his team and his staff from Elizabeth City. I thought those guys came out and they played as hard as they possibly could. They gave us all that we could handle. But in games like this, it's good to see our guys get stops at the end, and it's also good to see our guys make plays to be able to run the clock out. I think the thing with our team is we've got a ton of work to do, and it starts tomorrow. We're playing a great University of Richmond team next week. Obviously, they beat a BCS opponent yesterday, so we'll get back in here first thing in the morning as a staff and do the things that we need to do to make sure that we prepare our team better. And again, I mean, we're not disappointed about the result because, like I just told our team, half of the teams in the country lost yesterday, and we're on the winning side. Obviously, we know that there's a ton of work to be done, but I'm proud of our kids for fighting and pulling it off.
Did their no huddle offense come as a surprise at all?
No, it didn't. We just didn't manage it very well. I think they did a tremendous job of getting the ball off quick. You know, when you're getting the ball off in 2 or 3 seconds and you're running underneath an intermediate routes, it's tough to get a great pass rush. I don't think we played particularly well underneath coverage, and it's something that we have to address. It's something that we expected. We just didn't handle it very well.
Greg, were you banged up at the end there?
No, I'm all right. I was just cramping.
Okay. How tough was it to have time to pass against their defense?
I mean, wasn't really pretty tough. I mean, it was all right. I mean, but they played good defense, and it came down to it. My guys made plays on the opposite side with me.
Well, do you feel like the defense ultimately won this?
I do, but I feel like we left a lot of mental mistakes, and that's got to be corrected this week. So we could have. There's a lot more we could have done better. But as a whole, I feel like we came out there ready to play. But as I said, it could have been better.
Any of you did? Did you guys expect to blow this team out, being a Division II team?
It's something that we talked about all week. Obviously, we expected to win the football game, but I've coached in Division II games that we've beaten people that we shouldn't have beaten. I've been at the University of Richmond when we beat Duke. I've been at Tennessee when we lost to Wyoming. So I've been on every possible side of this game. When you play games like this, you play the team that's on the field. It doesn't really matter whether they're Division II or Division III or BCS. It's one of those things that if you get penalties, if you drop balls, if you don't cover people and you give up big plays, it's going to be a tough ball game against anybody.
Greg, what did you see on that last pass that got you guys out of trouble? It was 3rd and 17, I think.
See Marcus one-on-one, and I figured I felt like he was better than their guy, and I had trust in him to catch the ball, so I threw it to him.
It was something that we had called a couple of times during the course of the game. We just hadn't hit it. If you look at some of the things that we did offensively, there's a lot of positive in it. There's a touchdown that the wind took the ball out of bounds, but we've got to again do the things that we always talk about not doing. I mean, I don't have a call on my call sheet for 2nd and 20, and when you're getting penalties and you're dropping balls and things like that, you get behind the chains. And the things that we told the guys on defense, when you miss tackles and you don't drop to the right place, people are going to exploit you. And Coach Wilson's coached at a lot of good football schools. He's not a Division II coach by nature. So he did some things that exploited us tonight, and it'll help our defensive staff.
Quintrell, what does being 1-0 mean to you? First time in 4 years.
1-0 means to me that we can build on to being 2-0 next week. Starting the season off 1-0 helps us get a winning record and gets us one step closer to Atlanta.
Coach, what are some of the halftime adjustments you guys made defensively?
Well, I think defensively it was just about trying to, we quit some of the games and some of the twists and just try to get a true 4-man rush and try to play a little bit better underneath coverage. And I think what we did was we actually got the guys off of the field instead of letting convert 3rd downs in the second half. I think our defense played much better in the second half. The type of offense that they run, they're going to make a few plays and they're going to get, a few first downs, but you've got to continue to just try to get stops when you need to. And I think our kids did do that.
Are you guys starting the season off 1-0? Like I said before, this is the first time in 4 years. You guys got to build on that. What improvements or what adjustments do you guys need to make moving forward when you face this Richmond team coming up?
Richmond's a great football team. I mean, they didn't just beat Virginia yesterday; they whipped them. Most of these FCS games, somebody wins on a late field goal, somebody does something at the end of the game, makes a great play. Those guys led that game from start to finish. And, Coach Rocco and I come from, the same coaching tree. We both worked under Coach Groves, so his kids are blue collar. Our kids are blue collar, so we're going to have to go in there and be able to stop the run. And we're going to have to be able to move the ball on offense. It'll be a great football game. It'll be a great atmosphere. I think the game's probably going to sell out in Richmond. And, we're looking forward to getting better going up and playing next week.
I know you all had a freshman score a touchdown in this game. How often do you plan on putting freshmen out there on offense?
We're going to play the best possible people that we have. George Wahi is one of our best football players, and George scored a touchdown tonight, and that's great. But George also dropped some balls. George also ran some bad routes. So when you're playing freshmen, those are the things that you have to deal with. But I'll take George Wahi's mistakes because he's a talented young football player, and he'll be better next week than he was this week.
Well, if you could talk about the play where you and Terrell kind of met at the quarterback there and forced the fumble, kind of what you saw in that play late in the fourth quarter.
I mean, it was a stunt play, and I see that the guard didn't see me too much, so I thought it was an opportunity to reach out as far as I could, try to make a play, and he met me there halfway. So I made a big play.
Coach, what's the mentality of this team right now? I know it's early on in the season, but what's your guys' mentality and ultimate goal?
Our ultimate goal is to win every week. I just told our kids just now we didn't play as well as we thought we played. But we're not sad. We just won a football game. Our mentality is to get ready for the next opponent and try to win every week. We're a tough, resilient bunch, and we'll go back and figure out what we did right and what we did wrong, and we'll be better next week than we were this week.
Terrell, did you feel like it was still in doubt until that last pass?
No, I mean at the end of the day, the answer to that is I don't know, but because I have confidence in my team, and I had confidence that we'd get a stop, and I had confidence that we'd convert. Marcus Taylor is a kid that's made plays. First all training camp he made plays tonight. Greg's done the same. We protected it the right way, and we finally got the matchup we wanted. And it's a great throw, great catch, and great protection by the offensive line, and things like that seal the game. That's something I don't think we could have done a year ago.
Hankerson, can you just talk about your role on the team?
My role is to lead. I mean, I try to make everybody around me better. So that's basically what I'm doing. And I talk with my guys, keep everybody up, and we're just gonna keep working and get ready for Richmond.
Did you guys all watch the Richmond game yesterday?
I watched bits and pieces of it. Obviously, we had a lot of downtime yesterday in between walkthroughs and things like that, and it was great to see those guys win. I've known Danny Rocco for a ton of years, and I spent time. I spent a lot of quality years at Richmond. It's a school with quality kids and quality people. So I think it's a great win for FCS. It's a great win for them, and we watched to try to get some of the personnel. There are not many kids on the team that I know at all, other than just from recruiting. So it did give us the opportunity to see a little bit of personnel and see what they're doing.
Any of the players, how different was it playing on a Sunday?
It wasn't too much difference. Coach teaches us to go against adversity and make adjustments. So it was just another day pushed back. I mean, we still prepared. Everybody was still on task, and we really won't. I'm pretty sure a lot of us trying to get used to playing on Sundays anyway. So there's just another adversity we had to go to and adjust to it.
Does it worry you guys that you got one fewer day to prep for Richmond?
No, I mean we really don't have one fewer day. The only thing we're going to do is just move on. The thing that we would do on a normal Sunday was we kind of put this game to bed. So we'll put this one to bed tonight and figure out what we there's some things that we can fix. But Richmond plays a totally different style of offense than these guys play. Richmond's going to line up and try to run the ball down our throat. So we'll come back tomorrow morning and we'll start on Richmond.